So I want to do one last thing. A couple people was asking me, um, what would I do without the red pill? And I laughed at them like, damn man, if there was no red pill, like, look, the fact is, red pill, I don't care. Red pill wasn't supposed to be this long lasting thing. All this content creatings for people to be like, oh yeah, man, all this manosphere stuff, it wasn't supposed to be. My definition of the manosphere, it was supposed to be swapped out through generations. So, hear me out, right? Remember back then I told you that Obsidian, Obsidian and Angry Man and O'Shea was supposed to step the fuck down and they would have successors. So somebody comes in with a new flavor and take over their channels and see what they can do. It wasn't supposed to be the same people doing the shit over and over again. Because at some point you will see a same pattern. That's how the manosphere fell. Man of Tomorrow was right about that. Even the disagreement I have with the whole political bullshit is that he was right about that. This whole fucking thing, I'm obviously disappointed in how the manosphere turned out, and I'm really like, it's not. I don't listen to manosphere people. No, I don't listen to the manosphere at all. I don't look at red pill shit like that. I don't need that shit. People ask me to come and do videos and even hit my Cash App so I can do videos so they can listen to me and see my perspective, because I have a different types of perspective, right? If there was no quote unquote red pill, I wouldn't really like. The thing is, it's still okay. It's still, to me, red pill is important, but once you find out the things you can need to find out, you pretty much don't need it unless you just need clarification. So let me tell you what life really is. Life is, you're being charged the minute you're born, right? Someone has a plan for you the minute you were born. Your parents or your parent had a plan or they didn't have a plan. But guess what? The government got a plan for you. Jail, or you'll be a worker. You go to school and you're in somebody's classroom being taught. Some of the teachers don't care about you. Some of the teachers do. It's certain jobs and certain things that they have to put into you so you can operate. Where in turns you develop a personality depending on what environment you in and depending on what culture you're in. There's a lot of people who was in the wrong culture. There's a lot of people that was born in the wrong culture. There was a lot of people that was born in the wrong places at the wrong time. But now, no. Now you have to realize what kind of tools you have to play with, and what kind of disadvantages you have, and what kind of advantages you have to other people. Being red pill is being quote unquote red pill has gave me an advantage over everybody else. But at the same time, it gave me somewhat of a disadvantage. Because the fact is, I gotta always duck and dodge people because I catch on to who they really are. I catch on to people pretty fast. Sometimes, I'm talking about in real life. Online ain't really, it really ain't nothing. But in real life,
battery level is 45%.
There's certain people that I'm like looking at and like, okay, you know what? I have to keep my distance. I have enough experience in life, had enough friends in life to understand how people talk and how people don't talk. Right? So what I've been doing for the past couple months, keep myself busy, is my own personal shit. So right now, I'm watching a whole bunch of spy movies, spy TV shows, and, and rewatching the show that I spent the past 10 years watching, which is Blacklist. So I can see compared to other shows. I keep myself busy. At the same time, I'm looking for a new trade so I can make some money to see what I'm going to do. I have to make money in order to know what I can do in life. You can't do anything without money. And it depends on my spending habits. I already know what I spend habits. See, one of the things about knowing yourself, and I think that these people need to understand this, the thing about knowing yourself and knowing how much you spend and knowing how many people you have in your life, it gives you a big ass advantage over every single body out here. Cause you ask anybody out here how much money they need to make themselves happy, and I bet you they won't. I bet you they won't know. I bet you they won't. They can't tell you. They can't tell you that. They can't tell you how much you think they're worth, and they can't tell you how much money that will make them happy. I said it before and I'll say it again. The money that will make me happy the most of making is $60K a year. It's my job to get that, because I don't spend that much money a year. I don't have any complicated motherfuckers in my life. About 6 years ago, I cleared all the wrong people out from around me. And for some reason, people be thinking that because some people are not, how can I put it? You're not around a whole bunch of people, you're somehow lonely. You know, some people, people that I recently ran into was like, oh man, you must have a lonely life. I'm like, I told them I dropped some real gems on them. I said, I had too many people. I had so many people in my life that I couldn't hear my own thoughts. And for the first time in my life in a very long time, I'm happy that I'm by myself. I'm happy that I don't have to hear and cater to other people, while at the same time pretending that these people are quote unquote super important to me. It's an advantage of that. But some people can't handle that, and they do it in other ways. Some people drink. Some people use drugs. Some people pay other people to be around them. But at the same time, they be around the wrong people. You have to master a life of not being around a whole bunch of people, because some of those people will drain you mentally. They will drain the shit out of you mentally, and then think that it's okay to keep doing it until they tap you out, and then everybody wonder why so-and-so took his own life. Right now, I'm also focusing on other things outside the manosphere, which is fun. You got, the Power Rangers stuff right here. Henry Resilient, who talked about Power Rangers, pro wrestling, anime, Bleach coming on. I'll be watching little TikTok videos of, the females dancing and everything else and all that stuff. And it's cool. I keep myself busy out here, man. This is why I don't understand certain guys in the space who have money, and they tend to be on here belittling people and laughing at people. It's like, dude, you have all the money that somebody like me would somewhat want half of that. And if I had that about your type of money, I'll be enjoying myself. Because if I see motherfuckers that I don't want to talk to, or even they talk down to, I let them swim in their own filth. Like, this is what I would do, right? I already try to think of what I think of, right? And I don't want to put it out there like that. I think that America can survive off of 180 million people. You can govern 180 million people. The rest of the people, I would do foreign exchange. Seriously. See, People don't want to get into what's inside my mind and ask me questions, because then they'd be, I don't want the diabolical, I don't want the FBI to show the fuck up again and all this other bullshit. But inside my mind, I would say we get foreign exchange. There will be people that will come over here for work visas, and then people, if I want to go to another country for 2 or 3 months, it's up to them to, hey, let's see if these people like this country and citizenship. You get benefits, you get this live in this area, and then we switch people. And then certain people who don't want to be here, fund that. Instead of funding these wars, fund them to get these people out of here. The people who don't want to be here, and I would say close half of the prisons up. Make them labor. Make them other laborers for other countries. Keep our prisons clear. Fix all that other shit that happens right here with all the prisoners and stuff like that. If first offenders, like I said, if I ran shit, the first offenders would have a specific set of rules. If they do this shit again, you're going to get hit with a whole bunch of shit. And if you do it the third time, you're done. You're done. In general, you're done. See, and people don't understand what I think. I knew these psychopath people exist out here because I listened to them. Both sides. The right and the left. The one side is overly racist, and the other side is just overly fucking idiotic, and they don't even understand that they're pushing all this stuff to people. They're doing stuff to make the racists get more fuel to say, see, look what they do with power. See, look what they do with power. They do the same thing we're doing. Right? Like I said, I know my position in life. Nobody get to say all this other crap and, oh yeah, man, you ain't doing, you a loser. Hey, man, I'm happy with where I'm at right now, and I'm going to upgrade it because I have to upgrade it. If I want to feed my hobbies, and I want to make sure that I'm happy, I have to make more money. Nobody got to tell me, oh, man, you got to get yourself together. No. And that's the one thing that you have to learn, and you have to ask certain questions to people instead of telling them that they need to get their shit together. You need to ask them what they want. Right? Automatically, what they want. And like I said, I did it before when I was making a whole bunch of money years ago. I used to give people a little tour. Hey, this is what it would like if you had this amount of money. How it feel to have this type of money. You want this type of money? Then yeah, do this, do that, do this. That's it. I have a whole bunch of people during my Facebook days and early Twitter days and all the other stuff, and then eventually that shit started dying down because the wrong people was coming at me. So I understand certain people come into space and say, hey, I don't want to like help certain people anymore, but I would name names, because a lot of people, there's people that I see that shouldn't be here at all. They shouldn't be here at all. And if somebody said, yeah, you don't belong in the space, okay, I'm out. But at the same time, I will govern this shit too. Because at some point, some people need to shut the hell up. Because they're causing disturbance and they're causing a lot of problems. And they need to shut up. That's it. Ooh, let's go. Okay. So, I kept myself busy with all my personal records and everything else. And, people were like hitting me up and telling me, yo, man, what's going on? Everybody, everybody going crazy with this stuff. I'm like, man, I said, I don't want nothing to do with any of this stuff right now. I'm like, and people, I think somebody hit me with a Cash App and told me to say something, and I gave their money back because I'm like, I'm not on that right now. I ain't in the mood right now, right? And they wanted me. Somebody also wanted me to talk about your boy Austin Holloman, man. Yo, your boy Austin Holloman. I don't care about the boy. I don't care about the dude no more, the kid no more, right? He caused dissension. He did a lot of shit. He made everybody look crazy. And then eventually he he went on his way. And the rest of the clowns, the fake passport bro clowns, these guys don't have any traction no more because, well, nobody gives a shit about them no more. They can't use them as like this tool to go against men and passport men, right? And can't say, whoa, yeah, man, like Ty City tried to do, was saying that, oh, somehow men overseas, more men going overseas is somehow making it more expensive for the locals. No, that shit's been going on for years before black men started coming at the most. The German guys, the French guys, all the other guys. Even there was a country that was protesting against people coming to their country because these people were coming over there all the time, and it's messing up their economy and it's messing up the jobs. That's it. And this wasn't passport bros. This was white people from France and Germany going to this other country. So, and a lot of people have these different problems. Everybody got certain problems. Like I said, I don't want to focus on all them problems, but at the same time, you know, people hit me up and they want to hear a different perspective. Like, I got a different perspective on the sex style shit and all that other stuff. I heard a couple people saying shit, and I want to record this, or I want to listen. I want to watch some videos on PS5 Pro. I'm watching PS5 Pro videos. I ain't watching this shit, man. So, a lot of people are so invested into politics and feeling superior that they get lost that they should have never done this in the first place. I won't go into a place full of blind people and say I'm better than you because I can see. I couldn't do that. Because it feels like I'm picking on people now. Bullying somebody. If a blind person gains sight and he try to fight me, I'm going to look and tell him, man, you should appreciate the fact that you can see. Because I can easily turn them lights out again on you, buddy. And you'll be blind again. So enjoy your sight, boy. And that's it. That's all. But at the same time, at the same time, come on, what the hell? Oh. At the same time, it's a lot of shit. It's a mess. Like the whole manosphere is a junk pile. It's so many people that came into the space and used it and just destroyed the whole fucking space. It kind of put a damper. It kind of made me kind of depressed. I don't know about y'all, but it made me fucking depressed that all these motherfuckers came in this space. A lot of people, half of the motherfuckers dead. You know, the main person was your boy ARC coming in this space trying to peddle his fucking book. All these people came in this space, fucked it up. A lot of people in the passport, bro. Like, we have to do a better job at. I said black men, but I'm going to say everybody. But I say, if you create something new, take the SYSBR route. Because at least if you put some rules up, people just can't walk in and do whatever they want. There's a reason. Like I said, ask anybody. Maybe ask the man of tomorrow. Ask him about a country club. Ask them about the country clubs and them. They don't let anybody in there. They don't let anybody in their place. You have to make a certain amount of money, and you have to be a part of a certain type of group, and you have to get confirmation from everybody in that group that you're solid. If you don't, then you're not allowed in. And then that's what I think that we should be doing in these quote unquote online spaces. You needed to start doing that. We needed to start doing that in the first place, so all this shit didn't get out of hand the way it did. It's a mess out here right now, man. And I know it's not going to recover because I don't want the so-called founders to come back and try some new shit. They all destroyed their credibility the way they did for the past 3-4 years. Somebody told me about DJ Kuda. I'm like, I didn't worry about DJ Kuda in I don't know how long. I ain't give a fuck about that dude at all. So it's like, oh yeah, man, DJ Kuda, you remember him? I'm like, yeah. I had that back and forth with him in the summertime, and then after that, I forgot all about him. Like, it was like, yo, what the? I was like, who is he again? I forgot all about him. Like, I wasn't really talking, and also somebody, I was gonna make it, well, I might make that video about all the anti-red pills and what they're doing now, because they're tearing each other apart. The anti-pearl gang, they tearing each other apart. I'm probably gonna make that video. Maybe it would be probably next. I might make that thing next year, but I'm gonna analyze how all these anti-red pill motherfuckers are turning against each other. When you have people, the biggest mental thing that a lot of people, the biggest problem that everybody has, and I think humanity has, is what they would do if the enemy they fought for so many years is destroyed. What they do when they get what they want. What a person does when they get what they want. When the enemies are gone, when the people that they talked about is all gone, and when everybody is done. What do they do after that? And from what I see, they create new enemies. They create new enemies. Like, they create new people so they can fight with, and it just be like that. Like, oh yeah, man, I got you. That guy did something to me. This is why you got some of the people who come in this space, the productive guys, they're in weird ass spaces. Like, Reg the bad guy. Gabe over there having all the real estate. Like, oh, this is my entertainment. If this is your entertainment, then something wrong. Like, I can go right now, because I analyze how many hours of my entertainment and how many hours did it take for my entertainment. Because, I got video players and stuff like that. And I will look and see how many hours I got of entertainment. From movies, TV shows, video games. And I'm like, I got a whole bunch of hours. Why the fuck would I spend time being in a chat with a bunch of people and say that's entertainment to me? I'm just going to upgrade all the shit that I got and basically enjoy myself without being a part of all this crazy shit. And I did. I don't pay attention to a lot of manosphere people. I listen to the background. My favorite thing to listen to in the background is Mr. Fantastic, right? This is how I know about Mr. Fantastic and his pussy, how can I put it? His what you call it? I'm trying to say it. His pussy slave mentality. Every single live is him alluding to sex. And you have to ask that question to these guys too. How much sex you need to be satisfied? I can answer my answer. How many women I can sleep with before I say, hey, I want to get married? How many women I want to have? How much sex I can get before I say, hey, I don't want this shit no more? It's just it's the same answer that you give. How much food you can eat before you get full. These questions are important, and I learned this over the past couple. It took me a long time to learn this, and being around some of the wrong people. That a lot of people had too much of an appetite for conflict, and they just want to go from one conflict to the next conflict, and they just don't want to have peaceful resolve with anything and anybody. They just want to fight. And I'm like, I can't live my life like that, where I'm just one fight next to the next fight to the next fight. That ain't that's a bad lifestyle, and it gives you problems, health problems that you don't even want. And I'm like, man, I can't do that myself, man. I really can't. And that's wise. But if somebody, hit me up and be like, yeah, man, you make a video and it's sensible, I'm like, yeah, I'll make a video for that. I try to look it up and everything else. But from there, I've been said that I switched up to what I did before. I used to be more enthusiastic to make videos because the Manosphere had some type of directory, right? Talking about females, for so long gets boring, and also it gets to the point where we heard it all, right? Or sometimes you just want a reminder of what they're doing, and or not just a reminder of what they're doing, but a reminder that you wasn't a crazy one in the first place, and you want to get back at some of these people because they was the ones who was saying all the stuff that you were saying stuff before a lot of people was, right? And you want to get to that because a lot of people came to me and said that, like, yeah, I thought I was a crazy when I was thinking like that, and they told me I was a loser and this and this, and I'm like, nah, these people, most of these people ain't good. I told everybody about that, about, hey, a woman is not good until a woman isn't good. She's not a good woman until she treats you like a human being without needing something from you, without you having what she wants. That's the reason why a lot of people sit on the opposite side in a courtroom with a woman who they thought was the woman of the love of their life, but she was using them, treating them like shit. The content in the manosphere, they did it all wrong. You were supposed to bring on men who went through the divorce court. You were supposed to bring on men who wanted to do certain things. You was supposed to bring on men that I went through the history of the manosphere, and the only people that I seen that really did some great things in the manosphere and talked against certain people was Man of Tomorrow. Even though I'm having a disagreement with all the stuff that he's doing right now, but he was one of the prominent guys. Zero. There's a couple other people, subscribers I got, Phantom Clutch, JJ Starwin. They have good content and everything else. Certain other people have good content. I can name Babatunde Umana. He had good content. What was it? Mad Bus Driver. Kedagakari Jones. I can name so many people who had good content that really was certain inspiration. But at the same time, when all of these people left because the damn space was kind of quote unquote crashed out, it became more of a like, yo, I'm gonna look at this is just gonna be background. I can give a list on all the people that destroyed the space. I can give a whole entire list of the people that destroyed the space and did all this type of shit. I don't listen to anybody. I don't even know what the hell's going on with some of these people. And people are like, oh yeah, this and this and that. I'm like, I still listen to Man of Tomorrow, and that's the reason why I saw the panel, and I listened to it in the background. And at some point I'll listen to it because I always try to hear people out. Even the worst people, I try to listen to what they say. I listen to live streams of fucking your boy Ty City and his bullshit. And he became super political in the past couple of weeks because, well, he can't talk shit about Red Pill Men and SBE. He can't do that now. Now it's political shit. I even admitted it myself that, hey, dude, black dudes, y'all need to stop acting like y'all was the majority vote. Dude, they voted for Kamala Harris. You're not a big, giant group. We already made the concession that we're not a big, giant group going against that. We can't do anything about it. They outnumber us. They do all that. Okay? Some people will speak from a position of real power, but they have to keep that power, so they have to speak with whoever gives them power, which you understand that. Let me give you a background of what I used to do. I used to hang out with a whole bunch of hood niggas. I used to hang out with a whole bunch of street dudes. You know why? It was protection. I used to hang out with these people because the more numbers that I had with these people, the more numbers that nobody was fucking with me. And I had to tolerate certain things that these people did and said, even though sometimes these motherfuckers got me jumped. But the fact is these dudes, few times I got jumped hanging out with these dudes. That was back in middle school. And then eventually, me hanging out with certain people, I had to deal with certain people's shit. Hanging out with them. Listening to their lives and story. Because they had my back when I needed it. I didn't people don't understand hood politics. There's hood politics out here, right? Let me tell you the truth of what reason why some of these dudes, these clown ass niggas, don't get killed. You know, I hope they don't mess up, right? It's because they know the right people, and the right people don't sign off getting them killed. That's the real shit. People like certain people in certain neighborhoods, and then some people will say, yo, I'm gonna get rid of this dude because this dude is this, that. No, that's my boy. Don't do nothing to him. Okay. You have to think about that. The reason why I'm able to walk around in neighborhoods and places that other people can't, because I know certain people in those areas. That's why I can walk with my head up and, you know, this and that. And I dress a certain way too. I don't cause any kind of friction. I know certain people in those neighborhoods. But let's don't make no ins and ands about it. A lot of these dudes who on here talking about that hood shit, they're only alive because they know the right people. They're not alive because people scared of them. Case in point, every single drug dealer, every single super killer out here, they all had their day with the Grim Reaper. Why? Because the right people told the wrong people where this person stay at, the person routes, and then this person just got out of here. Because the right people said, he's not useful to us anymore. And that goes to my point right here. You always have to find yourself being useful to somebody, or knowing who's going to use you and what they're going to use you for. That is the question. That's the question mark. That's the question mark right there. Because any kind of environment you go to, rich, poor, middle, someone going to see some kind of use for you. And either they use you for some dark means, or they're going to use you for good means. We're all going to be using each other. And even yourself, you're going to use somebody for their body, use somebody for this, and using somebody for that. Hey, let's tell the truth out here, man. Like I said before, there's guys on here like the dude on Reg the Bad Guy stream. What is his name? AC. Wild ass, wacky ass animal. Threatening people, acting like a fucking female when he don't get his way. But it's crazy, right? That he acts wild like that. But I bet you he won't act like that towards certain other people or groups. He wouldn't do that. It's the same thing with George Makem. I found he had a channel on here, and I just wander in his analytics, and this dude is talking about whole different shit. He's a drama channel now, talking about Tia Mowry. Like, cause when you certain people, you go on the analytics, you saw me type in the analytics and stuff. As soon as you type in the analytics, they start bringing shit on, and you have to just take that shit out or go to your favorite shit stuff, and then all the stuff that you like start popping up. Like Henry's Resilient. Let's listen to this right now, man.
You want to know the future. I knew you had an eye for the unknown. Lucky you, prophecies today. Discount. Big time. Ha! 35% off. Call now. Rejected. Listen up. Here's a story to tell. By Henry Resilient, ringing the streaming bell. Covering Power Rangers drama, making waves. But there's a millionaire find Brent with his own race. Brent's got deep pockets, living the high life, but he's finding for SJ causes some strife. Friends don't like him, they throw shade and they jeer, but Henry stays focused, making his own team. Henry Resilient, streaming through the night. Off the St. John, making moves in the game. Boots on the shirt, setting hearts aflame. Henry Resilient, always in my way.
I don't know how I'm supposed to pay the bills. Probably have to start selling crack. Or rapping about selling crack.
When I start selling pussy,
I found a market, Power Rangers.
So, like, it's a lot of shit that's outside of the outside of this community stuff, outside of this red pill stuff, man. I'm having fun. This shit's funny as hell. Like, yo, but it's a shame, and it's a life lesson learned. David Jason Frank took his life last year, and he had a recording about his kids and how he didn't want none of his kids to have any of his memorabilia and stuff because they wasn't in his life. I mean, when he was doing Power Rangers when he was alive, I didn't even know he had a whole bunch of kids like that. And Man of Tomorrow talked about that when one of his family members died, or one of the family members died, and they all did this vulture shit. You see how messed up humanity is when somebody died and they wanted what the person had when they were alive. And basically there was like this drama between Henry Resilient and David Jason Frank's daughter, Sky, and she was selling fake autographs based off her father, even though she didn't really be around her father when he was alive. So the song is crazy as hell, but it's funny, man.
Oh, but now they in my bank. I found a money, Power Rangers fans in line. Wanted a piece of the past, something divine. But little did I know there was someone on my trail. Henry Resilient with that receding hairline, trying to unveil. LOL, there was someone on my trail. Henry Resilient with that receding hairline, trying to unveil. Sky Frank playing with the past for the signatures, making money fast. Henry Resilient with stream shout, trying to bring me down. What's that all about? I thought I was sick, making that cash flow, but Henry saw through me with the headline low, screaming my name, calling out my.
And mind you, there's a reason David Jason Frank took his own life. These people was using the shit out of this guy. And also, if you have all these kids and they don't want to be around you, even though you wanted to help them out. I mean, one of his son is a sex offender. His daughter is just, being a white girl, a wigger. His other daughter is doing signing cons when she was never around him during those days when he was, and also the people who doing his movie, Legends of the White Dragon, they're trying to get more money and stuff and trying to rewrite. The dude who did Legend of the White Dragon, he's trying to put himself in the video. He's trying to put himself in the movie and reshoot the movie where he's more important than David Jason Frank. And I'm like, damn, these people are fucked up, man. But for some reason, motherfuckers acting like having a family in this country is a fucking good thing, man. Yes.
His voice so loud, trying to claim his fame. I tried to defend, but the truth was clear. My forge-guarded grasp bringing me near to the edge of shame where I couldn't hide. Henry Resilient pushing me aside for the signatures, making money fast. Henry Resilient with a scream and shout, trying to bring me down. What's that all about? Now I'm on the run, hiding from the light, trying to escape from Henry's sight. But the truth is out, it can't be denied. I forged father's name, took a dishonest ride. Father's name, took a dishonest ride. So here's my confession for all to hear. I messed up big time, let my greed steer away from the path of what's right and true. Now I'm paying the price, feeling so blue. Henry Resilient with a scream and shout, with that receding hairline.
With Google Play Points, Play unlocks more play, more rewards.
Reflecting to the spotlight, Power Ranger pride. Karen Ashley in the mix, yeah, she took us for a ride. Said she's making movies, dreams up on the screen. Said screws down, made money, but they see the scene. Crowdfunded big time, the hype was No updates, no sound. Left us in the dust, just echoes.
So man, this shit is fun, man. And I said this before about, when I was talking about your boy DJ Kuda, I said some people want to be the teacher and never want to be the student. One of the things that I learned about myself is I like learning new things and doing new things and mastering new things. That is real self-improvement. And I don't like when people take the bullshit of self-improvement and they didn't evolve it from just going to the gym and making money. When some people can actually pay for somebody to teach you to know how to handwrite. Somebody can pay to teach you how to fucking read. Like, all that fucking money that your boy Floyd Mayweather have, the nigga could have learned. He could have used half of that money to learn himself how to read. You can learn from somebody who know how to type. I forgot to go to Stagonostis. Some people that do, they type in the courtroom. You can learn from them and get paid to learn from them. There's always ways you can upgrade yourself more than going to the gym and doing that. You can learn another language. You can learn to speak to other people. You can learn certain music beats. I'm learning all types of music and everything else. I'm listening to some music that usually I will snail at. Remember, I've been listening to Brazilian funk ever since 2014, 13. So I've been listening to all types of Brazilian music, but my Brazilian funk, I like listening to that. Right? But now, like recently, I'm listening to, a lot of reggaeton, a lot of all the stuff and everything else. Some music ain't my thing, but let's see. What's like, man, and the Manosphere, the Red Pill, all the other stuff, it's not as enticing and fun anymore like it was before. Because I think that we were all supposed to evolve. We were all supposed to tell our story about where we was at and where we at now. I had way different things going on when I first came into the Manosphere. I was making a lot of money during that time. But I had a lot of the wrong people in my life at that time too. This is 2015, 2016. That was when there was a couple times, 15 and 14. No. He came in 13 and 14. 15 and 16 was when I was down there. So yeah, 15 and 16 was a fucking terrible, well, it wasn't a terrible year, but that was like a transitional year. It was really bad, but it was my peak Facebook days and money making days. So yeah, 2017 was like the new age dawn or whatever. 18, 19, those days was good. And then 2020, the shit's, 19, it was slowing down or whatever. But overall, I got all the people out of my face. All the people that I needed to get out of my face, I got out of my face. And it took a long time for that to happen. And I realized that I didn't miss these people at all. I didn't miss none of them. Because I was able to learn new things and execute it at a faster rate than I did when I had all these people around me. And listening to new music, listening to new perspectives and everything else, man. So yeah, man, without the manosphere, the red pill, without me having content, I'll just be doing more new things like I'm doing now, man. Like it's not nothing. It ain't nothing like me being stuck just listening to podcast after podcast after podcast. Nah, dude, that shit is background stuff now. I don't have to listen to podcasts and shit like that and be like, oh my god, where's that? Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, man. So for the first 3 things, it was all about the political stuff. It was all the stuff that I had. Like, hey, man, all this political stuff is getting really out of hand, and it's kind of like, wow, people that I looked up, I ain't gonna say look up to, people that I looked at as like somebody who was sensible in the space was like, hey, man, they acting crazy, man. Like, hey, you supposed to be the sensible one, man. These people, if they want to vote for somebody and they say they want their demise, I ain't gonna say, oh, it's your demise. You're done. You're done. I'm gonna just let it wait. One of the best things I did in my life, one of the best things that I learned as I got older is always being patient. I never had never rush things. Because people will show you, things will show you. See, and if you right. In the middle, now, I'm not at that age right now where I'm past of saying I told people so. I said it in a different manner. I'm like, yeah, man, I told your ass so. So I would rather see a man in tomorrow be like, yeah, we just wait. And then when the shit happens, and be like, I told y'all niggas so. I told y'all I was going. I told y'all. That's how. Because there's people out there that I looked at. What the hell? 1, 2. There's people that said some nonsense about me and stuff, and immediately I didn't say anything to them. I waited till they fell, and then I laughed at their ass. So yeah, man. So man, if you want to hit me up, make a video, whatever, you could do that. Hit me up a little bit or whatever. Like I said, I'm open to like talking about current topics. There's a topic that I was gonna make a video on where Asian girls said that black women got big vaginas, and that's the reason why they require bigger penises to go inside of them, because they always want a guy with a bigger penis. But, the Asian girls are okay with the smaller ones. And, they went up in arms against the Asian girl. I was going to make a video about that. Then I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. The red pill one, of the anti-red pills and them turning on each other and shit. Then the Halle Bailey situation that happened and her turning Ratchet Bailey. Remember, she was supposed to be the Little Mermaid. And I was going to make a video like about her, like, yeah, man, basically stop believing that all these so-called good girls are not bad and doing shit, because they got hints of that shit, them doing bad shit. Like, I had to go down a list because I was going to make a video on it. All the ratchet shit that I see her doing, shaking her ass, touching DDG's penis and all that shit. I'm like, yo, this can't be no good girl. She wouldn't do this shit on camera like that. And then she started acting out against him, saying stuff that she don't want his baby around. Like, it's a mess out there, man. I'm like, yo, it's a couple videos that I didn't make. I'm like, man, if somebody asked me to do it and they hit the Cash App, they could get that video. Other than that, I'm like, nah, because other people, I see a whole bunch of people. A lot of people are taking off. They're not really making videos no more, or they're not looking around no more. There's some people on here that doing things. They keeping themselves busy. So, the views are like, for my channel, the views are like a good 30, 40 views. So people watching it and stuff. But at the same time, like, it ain't it's not a lot of, it's only current events and a lot of shit that's build up content. There's a lot of stuff like that's what happens, and stuff that other people pay attention to that I don't pay attention to. So yeah, it's like I don't pay attention to Austin Holloman no more. Keep his ass in Kenya. And he made a video. I seen him made a video when I tried to do research because somebody asked me to make a video about him again. I'm like, he said something about him getting scammed for an apartment, and the video didn't do no traction. There's a lot of the shit that's going on that I'm like, I'm like, I'd rather just beat my record. I might well just, because I know next year I'm probably going to have to be super busy. I'm not going to be able to, I'm probably going to be making videos just to pass time. The process going to be really fucking slow. This shit's going to be like a 2-year thing. Maybe a year or two. So I'm probably buckling down for that. But the saving grace of next year, of me being busy, is getting my hands on that motherfucking GTA 6. I'm going to be motherfucking happy because I waited 10 motherfucking years for that fucking game, man. So that'll be my reward for me putting all that work in next year, man. Because I ain't going to be able to have a lot of free time. But that's a sacrifice I'm going to have to make. So I'm willing to make it. Because I need the, I need the funds to support myself. Yeah, that's about it, man. Basically, if anybody need to, make a video about somebody or something, I'll do my research on it or whatever. If somebody got to ask some questions, I might start giving my email away, because I got another email. I got 2 emails. I give one of my emails I give away, and people come in there with some bullshit and say some crazy shit to me and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna give my regular email out, because I do a lot of shit on my regular email. My regular email is my main email that I had ever since 2006. The other emails that I give out is like, it's an email that I made years ago. So yeah, so that's and I go back and forth from my regular email and my other email. So yeah, man, do hit me on there or whatever. If you don't, I might make it. Like I said, I'll make a video when I feel the need to make a video. But at the same time, I know that a lot of people are really sick of a lot of people feel used, and a lot of people would rather. I had people hit me up and tell me they wish I was one of the big purveyors of the manosphere, one of the big top dogs of the manosphere. Because you're like, you would have done more with the money that they got. You would have done more with the money they had, and you would have never turned on everybody. I say, yeah, man, but the fact is, I would have tried to find a successor for my channel. I would have never sat back and tried to keep milking this shit. I'm like, nah, I need a successor. And a Gen Z would have took the fuck over. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to talk about shit from the position of an older ass nigga. You're supposed to find somebody who is in that generation, who has that problem in that generation. Like there was supposed to be a new age Obsidian who's out there, who was better looking and who was more legit. There was supposed to be a new O'Shea. There was supposed to be a new Angry Man. Somebody better than what these dudes were. But instead, they wanted to hog the shit up and fuck it all up. Like, it is what it is, man. It's like, as black men, sometimes it's like, they can't give us anything at all, because we always fuck it up. And the passport, bro, got fucked up because we didn't put any kind of rules and regulations on motherfuckers. The fucking, the manosphere got fucked up because we let the wrong people in. There's people that should have never been in, end up coming in the manosphere. We had left the door open too wide for motherfuckers. Like, man, let that be a lesson. If you make a group or you make something else, man, put some rules and regulations. So if somebody does some crazy shit, you can kick them the fuck out, and they can't ever come back in. It was masterful the way the Trey MDB shit happened with SYSBM. It was masterful where they like, yeah, man, we can't rock with this no more, man. You gonna have to, we have to agree to disagree, but you gonna have to get out. Like it was a great thing because that's how everything's supposed to be like, man. I wish a lot of people got their walking papers out the manosphere, including Mr. Fantastic. I wish Mr. Fantastic shouldn't be up here even making manosphere content about shit, man. He's the exact opposite of what motherfuckers that, like I said before, I got massive respect for Manu Chao. I just don't like that political shit and the talking down to people and shit, man, for some reason, because some people deserve that shit. But if you gonna make it, if you gonna say you tired of talking motherfuckers in this space, name the particular type of people, because I don't see a lot of people in this chat no more. And I would rather him, because I know he's not scared of nobody in this space. And, I seen people have a falling out with him when they was, and they got called out and shit. And I'm like, and that's it right there. If somebody told me, yeah, you don't belong in the space and this and that, okay, I'm out. I don't need to. I'll make my own space or I'll make my own peace with it. Like, yeah, I don't need to be a part of everything. And if I want to be a part of a group, I'm going to be that man that I need to be in order to be a part of that group. I ain't felt like that ever since I was a fucking child. So I go based off who I am. It's the same thing happened with it's the same thing happened with the FBI situation. The same thing that happened with the FBI shit. They thought I was somebody that I wasn't, and they end up going deep diving and finding out that, hey, you ain't that guy. He's not the guy that we thought he was. Yep. Oh. Here, let me give you that the goodbye, cause I got that song in my head real quick, man. I love that song real quick. Here you go. Oh yeah, and I wanted to actually tell you about something, dog. I wanted to tell you something about something, right? Because, like I said, man, the hood comes out. But I just found out the mob used to use black people. I found out recently the mob used black people to intimidate people that they wanted to. They forced protection on. So they used to use black people, black dudes. And when people denied protection from the mafia, they would hire black people, black men, but they wouldn't give them money. Well, they would give them money, but the main thing that the black dudes wanted was a piece of the Italian girls. So when I found that out, I'm like, damn, I don't want to think less of black men, but you niggas made us look bad for some pussy, for some Italian pussy. So you played the role of an attack dog just for some piece of Italian pussy because you was tired of black women. I was like, yo, these niggas are fucking clowns. Even back then. Ah, man, I was like, this shit is fucking dumb. I I can't believe this, man. I was like, I can't believe them old niggas back in the day, and they want to talk their shit about us, passport bros, man. Get the talking, calling somebody a trick. Get the fuck out of here, man. You guys are the worst motherfuckers alive. You sold us out multiple times to motherfucking other people. You sold hip hop. You sold hip hop down the fucking river for a little bit of chump change. And now I'm hearing that you motherfuckers made us look bad for our image in front of people so you can get some Italian vagina. But I couldn't think that I was like, how can I put it? I couldn't. It did something that niggas do all the time, like Adam 22 situation. Niggas, the only reason why Adam 22 was allowed to live the way he lived, because he's he's basically given access to, he's given all the hood dudes that don't have access to better women, he give them access to prettier women to be his bodyguards. It's the same thing with your boy P. Diddy did. He, for protection and for intimidation, he pulled those Diddy parties. A lot of people do this exchange for sex thing without niggas paying out of pocket. And I'm having more and more less respect for motherfuckers, for black men in general, even more and more, because you niggas will do anything for vagina. I have more respect for the so-called tricks than I have respect for dudes who so-called get it for free, because them getting it for free, they will throw you under the bus and sell you out, man.